I'm so sorry, because you most likely are watching this video because you missed out on CEO. You missed out on probably the best event that happened this year. For the uninformed, somehow you clicked on this video. The FGC is the fighting game community. We have a tournament that happens called CEO in Florida, Orlando, once a year.
The orb to live. Only 10 seconds on the clock now as well, man. Can he survive this? He's trying to waste his time by putting pressure on Hikari's side. Oh, he's gonna get it. Janky the Sneaky brings it back 3 straight to get into grand finals.
Every single round.
We all meet up to play multiple different fighting games and to see who is the best. In this video, I'm talking to Chad and telling them about my experience this year, how I played in bracket, people I met, the things that happened, the beef, the rivalry that happened also. Yo, dude, if you've never been, this would be a good time for you to book your ticket for next year because they already announced the date. Yo, guys, CEO this year was fire. I actually have no other way to explain it, but CEO this year was elite. I did not like CEO last year. That's why I really didn't make a video, because I was like, whatever. But I also drowned last year in pools. But this CEO, I struggle with saying this because I love Common Breaker so much, but I think CEO has the best venue out of the two. I don't even bring up Evo anymore. I think Evo kind of sucks. Just because it's so expensive. There was so much stuff happening at CEO this year. The Young Matt Team Complex thing. I don't know if you guys, have any of you heard about that? Like the beef they had? Apparently, Young Matt Team and Complex have crazy beef. I mean, like, they actually got physical at one point at a different local. These are both, like, kids. They're 19. And there was a first of 5 after, like, day 2. And, brother, I've never seen a bigger crowd around a small-ass TV. The method, because you couldn't get there. Also, if you were 6'3", watching the match and you chose to be in the front row, fuck you. You know exactly who you are. No one could see shit. It was 5 rows of people crowding the table. It was literally impossible to see. The only tech you could do was take your phone out, raise it high in the air, and watch it from a phone while everyone else is behind you watching on that phone. But, so what ended up happening, the final score for that match, right? It was 5-2. It was 5-2 Young Matt Team. The pop-off was crazy. People were picking him up, cheering Young Matt Team. Young Matt Team. Young Matt Team! Young Matt Team! Young Matt Team! Complex pissed. Yo, someone said this. I forgot who said this. But, yo, we gotta start taking people's phones away after they lose a set like that. Because they be going on Twitter and saying dumber shit after. It's like we kind of have to leave things alone. Because after Complex lost, he went to Twitter and he said, yo, GG's lost fair and square, but yo, I was winning in neutral, but the setup was lagging, so I was scared to play neutral. So I just stopped playing and, he won. Yo, you made that worse. Just say he won. Yo, just leave it alone. Yo, guys, we gotta lose sometimes and just keep moving after. Oh, yeah, and I knew the set was over when Young Matt Team did this. He did Jinrai low. It was all on block. Can you guess what he did after? You are correct. He EXDP'd. Hit. As soon as I saw that shit, I put down the selfie stick. I was like, yeah, we don't need to really watch the rest. Jabiland this year was also way bigger, which is pretty cool. They had karaoke and a stage. I deadass did do karaoke, but I might have been a little too intoxicated. There is no video footage of that. I'm sorry. I was waiting for karaoke. The line for karaoke was actually insane, bro. I put my song in around 11. I didn't get to sing until 5 a.m. But Jabaliland was hosting also a DDR and Step Mania and like Pump Up tournament on the side. Never knew they did that. Pretty cool. But Jabaliland was the shit. Best thing about CEO, there is more to do after you lose in bracket. And I'm starting to see that is the weakness of other events. Evo probably does the best at it, but I haven't been at Evo since 2017, so I'm not going to really comment on it because I know it has panels and stuff like that. It's like a convention now. But from traveling so much, I think I have a right to say that the smaller events, like a regional, like a Boston Blue Beat, the shit that happens in my state, yo, after you lose in bracket, what is the reason you stay? Sure, yeah, get more games, but like, what if you're like a casual guy that wants to have fun, or you just play fighting games because your friends play fighting games, and you enter bracket because, you know, that's the thing we do. There's not much to do. Same thing goes for like Roundhouse and the smaller events. So I'm starting to realize that like CEO, Combo Breaker, and other events like maybe even First Attack, yo, if you don't got a Jabali land, it's looking rough, man. I gotta really justify why I want to go. But I'm a competitor, so I always have a reason why I want to go. But if you're not, which brings me to say, if you are someone that's new to the FGC, or you're been in the FGC online, you just have not gone out of state for anything ever, or even to a local, yo, CEO is a crazy one to go to. It's a fire one to go to too. I was not impressed last year. This year, I don't know what they did different. I think Jabaliland just had more stuff to do. I'm not gonna lie. I think it just had more stuff to do. But yo, my pools were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. This year, I didn't get a TO that was a dickhead, which I think is a huge plus. You guys would be surprised how often, like, because I go to a lot of these things. You'd be so surprised on how often the TO is actually just a fucking loser. This time around, my TO was fire. We love that guy. What was his name? It was Slush? I don't know. I don't remember. But that guy was really cool. Very understanding. I told him, hey, if you need anything, I'll be right here. He's like, cool, sit right there. He didn't give me an attitude ever when I asked to use the bathroom. And it was sick. I got to go on stage twice. My first game was against this Cammy. He got skill gapped. But I was nervous. Because you ever play someone that is a little too wild, right? And you're just like, oh, me trying to play neutral is actually to my detriment. Yeah, that's what happened. I still won 2-0, but I was scared a little. I was. He kept on DPing on every single wake up, and I was like, I'm not going to block any of these because I'm winning neutral so hard, and my conversions on most of this stuff is like, when he wakes up with DP, I would have like 80, he would have like 40 health. And I like, at most I lose is what? 17%, 20% off of DP? So I didn't care. But the rest of my pools, man, I got so lucky. Strider, 801 Strider was supposed to be in my pools. I was supposed to make it out on loser side. He did not show up. So I was like, bet. I made it past my round 1. Round 2 was a Geef player from Taiwan. He was pretty cool. He was saying, because after we played, I beat him 2-0. He was not ready for my shit. He said he labbed and like looked up footage of me, and all he found of me was my DJ. So he thought I was gonna play DJ, and I was like, dude, you did not study hard enough. I haven't touched that character in 2 years. That shit was insane. But he was pretty cool. I kept my composure. Really strong or hard. And after that, I had to play Manon. And same thing. First game was pretty shaky, but something in my heart of hearts told me, yo, I don't give a fuck about these command grabs. I'm gonna let this shit rock every time. And then he only command grabbed me maybe twice. And then I won another game 2-0. Pretty solid. After that, it was time for blue. And before I talk about blue, I just want to point out, or just make a point to say this. Yo, I was so proud of myself because this was easily my best performance in pools because I was not nervous. I was really locked in with my training. There was moments of hesitation, but I kind of conquered them. I was so locked in. And then finally I got the chance to play blue to make it out. I think I did pretty good in that match. It was 2-0 though in his favor, but I think the thing that I did wrong was that I didn't get enough information fast enough. I was playing too passive. What's up, Darian? I was playing a little passive. Like, I figured out what the player was, but I could not build my strike throw profile on him. So when I got the knockdown, it didn't mean too much. Because in the second game, I was like, yo, I know the information now. I think I could have did way better. Which got me thinking about how I'm gonna move forward after this bracket for like competitively wise, right? Two things I'm working on now is, oh, I gotta talk about the other part of my pool. So I won, right? I lost. I made it out of pools. I had to play again at 4. I lost my first game to a jury, and went to last game last round. I got hit by Drive Rush. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is Street Fighter. It's just what it is right now. It is what it is. I played pretty well, but he's the type of player that did not want to interact with you. He kept on running away, stuff like that. You know, and Jury's not really that good. Her whole thing is that she needs to stop the dumb shit, but how she starts is not really good. So she is kind of, there's two types of Juries that will Drive Rush at you until they die, or the other one that's just going to run away until they get Fireball, right? He was the one that ran away until he got Fireball. Which got me to this conclusion of, after reviewing and writing in my journal of like, all right, for Street Fighter, I need to work on getting my information faster, like forcing information. Round 1, I have to force information out. And then we can adjust as the set goes. Because it took me way too long to adjust for Blue because I went to game 2. And it was only 2 rounds in game 1. With the Jury, I realized my gameplay against, or my game plan against players that don't want to interact with me is not the strongest. So that's what we worked on today on stream. And that's the 2 things I'm going to be working on. So the next bracket, we're like locked in. We don't lose the same way like we lost this time. This is something I got to talk about. All right. This is something I didn't talk about Combo Breaker this year, but Combo Breaker was fire. It was amazing. But, yo, they ruined something for me. Combo Breaker actually ruined something for me, and it's going to connect back to CEO. I cannot watch a top 8 again, ever, without the best seats in the house, sponsored by Red Bull. Those things. So at CEO, there's a section cut out that has couches, and you have to get a little pass to get in there. In my head, after doing that this year at CEO, I'm like, this is a new standard. I don't want to watch a top 8 ever again without this. Here's the bad thing. Apparently not every event has this, because CEO did not have it, and I was pissed. Because, bro, I was in like the 2nd or 3rd row watching top 8 with the Midwest squad. I was chilling with Jack, Maureen, Shiana, Earl, right? It was cool. Yo, it was hot. It was hot. It was cramped. But the Red Bull, best seats in the house. That shit was so godlike, man. But the top 8 this year, it wasn't boring to watch. It was not boring to watch. Shoutouts to Kills You and Mickey for not just going straight to my mirrors, because holy shit. They did Cammy, then they did Cammy Mai, and then it was Jury Mai. And it was like, why would you just go to whatchamacallit? But I think low-key Kills You just said, I don't want to play anymore, because he picked Jury. Because why would you pick Jury there? It's just not a good pick. Then after that, oh my god, I was so devastated, bro. I was so devastated by Boost's performance. He played amazing. Oh my god. It was so annoying. And the curse continues, bro. The curse continues. Before top 8 started, and we were looking to get in the front row for seats, I was talking to my group, and I was looking at the top 8. I was like, yo, guys, Boost won. He got this. He got this top 8 easy. I should have shut my mouth, bro. Because I swear, every time I root for someone, they just lose. They just lose every time. I'm like, Boost, you had it. You literally had it. Then I saw the reset, and I was like, whatever. He has it still. And then he was getting mixed by Tokido. It's like, and I literally remember telling Jack, I'm like, yo, it's fine. He has his level 3. Next round should be good. Then he uses level 3 and that shit whiffs. And I was just like, why? So that shit, it literally, it was my fault. It was just, I can't vote for anyone. I can't root for anyone. I can't get anything, bro. I don't know. It was just so sad. It was just so sad. And also, Jamie. Oh my god, bro. Jamie was so much fun to watch this year. Blas really did his thing with it, right? He really did his thing. Me and the Midwest crew made a drinking game out of Jamie. You can do this at home. Do this drinking game at home when watching Top 8 and when Jamie is on screen. Every time Jamie got a drink, we drank. We were going through our drinks so fast. Yo. And when he hit level when he hit the double, we were just chugging. And when he hit level 2, we just chugged. We were just going for it. That shit was fire. But it was a good time, man. The CEO was fire to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'll probably go back next year. Compared to like how I felt about Frosty this year, I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling Frosty. I'm probably not going to go back. I probably will go back, but like I have no reason to come back. CEO though, this is and I feel this to the day I die. I will not go back to CEO if I do not have a hotel or if I'm not staying in the venue. If I don't have a room in the venue, I'm not going. It's too hot in Florida. I'm not catching an Uber. I don't care how close the hotel is. Because if you got to the venue and you'd be like, oh, I see why now Loki doesn't want to do this. Yo, to get to the resort, it's a resort, by the way. It's not just a hotel. It's a winding path. It's a winding path. It actually takes you a minute. After you get past the gates, it takes you a minute to get to the hotel. And it's humid. You're right, Ramen. But yeah, that's how I feel about CEO this year. CEO is fire. But can't wait to go back next year if I get a hotel. If I don't get a hotel, not doing it. I got to plan better, though, financially for that place. I'm telling you guys, Combo Breaker feels cheap, right? But CEO, you got to be a CEO going. You got to have CEO money, bro. That shit is not for the faint. Because even if you eat at the place, at like the little convenience store they have, that has a kitchen, it's like the cheapest thing on the thing was like $9 for loaded fries. Everything else goes up to $17. If you're Ubering, it's going up to $20. If you want to eat at one of the restaurants, it's a restaurant and a resort. You do the math. All right. Well, that is the end of the CEO talk. If you're watching the video, because I'm going to clip this up, thank you for watching. Like the video and subscribe. But we're going to get to the next section of the stream now, which I think should be fun. It's going to be a little cool little wind down. And as soon as we're done with that, we're going to end stream. We're going to go on a little break, everyone. Go get your snacks, go get your food. And when we come back, we're going to start class, you know?